So Lexi Hull has been really good in Unrivaled up till last night, where after the return of Kalia Copper, who in fairness is an all-star, but if we look at Unrivaled last year, like Kalia Copper going down was kind of one of the catalysts for the Rose suddenly becoming the best team in the league. Like it was one of the catalysts. They started playing through Angel. Chelsea Gray became what Chelsea Gray ended up being. And if we're being real here, the Rose get her back and they immediately lose game one. Like, is she at fault for losing game one? I don't think so, but is a factually correct statement. At the end of the day, though, you have got Lexi Hull, who had been an X factor for the team, get pretty much benched for almost the entire game. And if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We upload more women's basketball content than anywhere else. We are still trying to stay above that 57.2k. We go above it, then we go below it, then we go back above it. We're trying just to hover above that. We've never gotten above 57.3. We're trying to stay above that. But yesterday's game, she played at 8 minutes. She played less minutes than every player on the Hive, including Tisha Heidemann. She's struggling to shoot the ball. She's struggling on drives. She just kept running at Sanaya Rivers. If I'm being real here, offensively, Lexi Hull is at best below average. Like, I think calling her a below average offensive player is like almost overstating her offense, calling her below average. Like, I think like she is very much on the way below average on the offensive end. Her 3-point shooting has been iffy. And look, her team shot 47% from three. Chelsea Gray, had she hit a game winner, would have fucking nearly had 40 again. And the rest of the team struggled. Kalia Copper with 11 points. She was a plus minus of 0. Had 5 fouls. Lexi Hull had almost as many fouls as points. Did have a block. And she was, for me, the kind of telling sign was the fact that late on in the game, Hive have a chance to win. She's on the bench. Watching Kelsey Mitchell, who realistically should have been her matchup, go at Kalia Copper. First game back from injury, and goes at Azare, easy bucket. At this stage, like, why is Lexi not on the court? You need her in times like this. You all see if she dapped up. Did she dap up Lexi? What happened? What happened there? Who's that? Who's that? Looked like Fee's husband. Like, I'm going to be real. Minnesota, I mean this. I genuinely mean this. Minnesota, if you want Kelsey Mitchell, that's fine. You are coring Alana Smith and giving us Alana Smith. And you're giving us a second pick. I don't make the rules. And maybe throw in Anastasia Kosu as a sweetener. Like, if you really want Kelsey Mitchell, you are giving us Alana Smith, the second pick, and Kosu as a sweetener. And we'll send you KK the other way. We have no need. If we have Kosu as our like raw player who's much higher potential than KK, we're okay. We'll send KK. Like, if that's what you guys want, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. If you guys want Kelsey Mitchell, that's fine. But the price, it's the price that's the issue. I think everybody talking about, where can Kelsey Mitchell go? For me, I'm like, I mean, if a team is willing to offer a dumb price for Kelsey Mitchell, like, I still think Caitlin, Kelsey, and Leah are run it back as a big three are going to be unbelievable. But I also don't think the chances of the Fever winning a championship get any worse with Caitlin and Aaliyah as a big two, having an entire team of unbelievable role players around them, and the flexibility of getting future assets alongside Kelsey Mitchell. Like, if we can pull off that for Kelsey Mitchell, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we could, like, with the second pick, you go and take Awafam. You let Awafam develop off the bench for a year behind Alana Smith. And then she's just going to leave. She's going to leave after the year, and that's fine. Awa Fam's going to be ready to be a starter. You've got Caitlin, Awa, Aaliyah. Holy shit. Like that's, you're winning. Give us 5 championships in a row. And if we don't get Awa Fam, that's fine. Let's get the literal best off-ball player for Caitlin Clark and Easy Foot. Everyone's hyping up Gianna Neepkins. Let's get the much better version of Gianna Neepkins. Okay, cool. Give us the second pick. Like, I could talk myself into it for a second pick straight up. I don't agree with that, but I could talk myself into it. But at the end of the day, it was a bit of a struggle. Lexie is somebody that the offense has to be there. The offense needs to be there. Like, she is. It gets frustrating watching Lexi Hull and as a Fever fan, because there's so much good and there's so much bad. Like, there is a defensive playmaker who is the literal best at that. The literal best at what she does. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The literal best defensive playmaker in the league. And then on the other hand, you have a offensive complete liability at times, who when she lights it up doesn't miss, but when she's not lighting it up can be a complete liability. She is one of the most inconsistent offensive players I've ever seen. And the defensive end, as a defensive playmaker, getting steals, blocks, and timely steals and blocks, like making timely charges, having the opponent's best player in hell. She's always the matchup on the other end where the opponents are like, okay, yeah, you're going to guard Lexi Hull to take a rest, and then the way she crashes the boards, you can't switch off on her, and the way she cuts, like, there are so many positives about Lexi. So many. But there's so many negatives too. I really want the Fever to keep her. I think what she does is irreplaceable. But I also think you can replace what she does. You might be able to replace what she does with something that would help more win a championship. But at the end of the day, look, Lexi is going to hopefully be a member of the Fever next year. Almost certainly is going to be a member of the Fever next year. We'll have Lexi hopefully there. We'll have hopefully Kelsey back. Hopefully we run it back with the core 5. With the core 5. I'm not that high on Natasha Howard running it back, honestly. Core 5 have money to pay one more big free agent, and then a bunch of vets. The fact that Amber Cox and Kelly Krauskopf are not recruiting overseas is worrying. That is very worrying to me, because they should be. Like, that's how the Phoenix Mercury made the finals. They filled out their entire roster because they had no money with a bunch of overseas players. That's how they made the finals. The Fever should be doing that because the Fever don't have money to get good WNBA vets, as in not vets from Europe to come over, but vets from the WNBA. They're vets in other teams that are anyway decent. Like, the price of a good WNBA vet is too high. It's going to be too high in this new CBA because people aren't going to take hometown discounts. As a percentage, 40k is now 200k. People aren't going to take 200k discounts. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.